Wow, here we are. Do not fear. Even though this is our last video together, you can always revisit all of the videos. I purposely broke them up into small digestible chunks so that you can revisit the sections that you want to whenever you are working through that type of project. And also, I saved the best for last. So let's get to it. So I hinted in, I can't remember if it's the first or the second video, the one where we talk about your brand values. So I hinted that I was going to ask you to translate that into actual client facing activities. And here is the video where we're going to do that. So we are going to bring everything that we've learned together to make sure that your archetype is coming through in your brand in every possible way. So for example, when you're working with clients, you'll want to operate on the same level as them, not as the authority. You're going to want to use language that speaks to this. You're going to want to have policies that that a friend would have with their friend. So being highly accessible is very on brand for you. Also, showing your own imperfection, vulnerability, and mistakes is really helpful as you're working with clients or customers. Being honest about your mistakes. Definitely create some type of community like a Facebook group, support group, or a forum for your clients or customers to talk to each other, because it's not just about their relationship with you. You are very much focused on the possibility of them having relationships with each other, because you know how much value comes from helping each other. You can also have a built-in democratic system in some way to give clients a say in your business. So they could be able to customize their package if you're a service-based business, or you could have them as a group collectively fill out a survey at the end of each year to help dictate your business decisions for the next year. These things would be very on brand for you. And then also shine a light and feature your community members, your clients, and your peers. Now I'm going to give you a peek into their psychology. These are the things that they want from you as they're approaching your brand and deciding that they want to work with you. So they want to feel like they're part of a community. They want to feel understood and seen. They don't mind poking a little fun at the elite or the authorities in your industry. They want to band together with peers to be spoken to on their level. They also want help with the nuts and bolts, so the realities of their situation. They don't just want to know why to do something, they want to know exactly how they do something. So, this is especially important in the teaching industries. Don't just give somebody a blog post, make sure that you're also giving them like a checklist or a plan that they can put into place. Giving them realistic solutions in plain language, being very mindful of what resources that they have, both in terms of time and money, is something that they definitely want from you. Encouragement to keep working hard to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps is a theme that should show up in your business and in your communications and working with clients again. They also want help from you to be open to get okay with the process of asking for help. So be very encouraging in that process, as they might just be learning for the first time how to really ask for help and reach out. You with your personality being the way that it is, it's very possible that they are stepping outside of their comfort zone to ask you for help. So be aware of that emotional state. Lastly, here are some actual strategic examples that you can use. So many of the things, or much of the stuff that we focus on in the middle of this training, can be kind of superficial because they're client facing. Their choices like images and fonts and designs. These are deeply rooted in your business, and they help bring your archetype to life in your actual actions. So having accessible pricing or like tiered pricing is very good. Maintaining accessibility and humility even as you find success. Encouraging question with open questions. So encouraging the community members to talk to each other, to give feedback to each other whatever that means for your product or service or industry. Being attentive to everybody's experience in the group, getting to know your audience, taking an interest in people, like truly taking an interest in their lives and helping them through the issues that they're having. It's also very on brand for you to host events. So things that bring people together is a fantastic route for your brand. Being the voice of reason is a role that works really, really well for your archetype. And I can think of a specific online entrepreneur who is this voice of reason for me, because she embodies this archetype really well. So in your industry, you can be that person that's the voice of reason. I generally recommend that you maintain a natural appearance, but of course, stay true to you because you are you. And lastly, consider models that are community based, not necessarily so much individual work, but work that is done in a group, perhaps even for the greater community good. So there is a form at the end of this course, and I cannot wait to hear your epiphanies, your ahas, your favorite moments from the entire course. And I also really, really want to hear what you're going to implement first. So like, what are you going to change based on this new knowledge, this new perspective that you have on your brand, and how is it going to affect your business? I'm so excited to hear from you. I love getting feedback. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And I encourage you to keep being you. I think that your archetype might not get as much love as some of the others because you're not asking for as much attention. You end up more in the background just helping people and being a good person instead of chasing fame or status and things like that. So just know that you are deeply, deeply appreciated. I look up to you. I enjoy learning by example from the way that you live your life and live your brand. So keep being amazing and keep being you, and your income and your impact will follow.